Então talvez uns 3 jogos hoje. Por aí. Vamos começar hoje de Hellblade, Senuas Sacrifice. Vou começar o jogo do começo. Eu já joguei um pouco dele, esse jogo é incrível. Quem tá assistindo a live eu recomendo, mano, jogar com... assistir de fone de ouvido também. Porque esse jogo tem um som 3D. E fone de ouvido o jogo fica muito mais... Não, fica muito top. O som dele fica muito melhor. Esse jogo é top. Quem já jogou sabe como que funciona. Jogo bacana. Iniciar um novo jogo. Então talvez uns 3 jogos hoje. Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. Esse jogo tem a pegada nórdica, toda nórdica. História tudo. E o gráfico dele é sensacional.
Hello. Who are you? Doesn't matter. Welcome. You're safe with me. I'll be right here, nice and close so I can speak without alerting the others. Let me tell you about Senua. Now, her story has already come to an end, but now
What's happening? It's breathing. Dead. It's breathing. It's breathing. He knows she's getting closer. He can feel her coming closer. She's getting closer. They're watching. They're watching. They're watching.
this is a journey deep into darkness. There will be no more stories after this one.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this? They're watching. They can feel her coming. She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him. He's already dead. I can feel you coming. Quiet.
Oh, how rude of me. I never told you of the others. You hear them too, right? They've been around ever since the tragedy. Well, that's not quite true. Some are old, some are new, but they've changed. I think the darkness changed them, just like it changed her.
Can you see them? Over there. Why isn't she looking? Why aren't you looking? He's in Helheim.
Look, up ahead. Do you see it too?
You promised you came.
Yes. It is real after all. She's finally arrived in the land of mist and fog. The place the Northmen call Hell.
Turn back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. It's not safe.
It's them. They're here.
Can you see them? I can see.
Look
Essa
around and
música
you will see them.
nórdica,
The drowned,
top
the
demais.
sick, the slain. Here they lie, rotting in the fields and rivers of hell. But the dead don't always lie still here.
You see them?
This is not a place of rest.
You can't do this. Go back, go back. They're going to do that to you. Can you see them? Can you see them? They're going to do that to you. They're watching. Stop. Can you feel them watching? They're watching her. They're watching her. You're so close to the darkness. Go back. Can you feel it?
What is she thinking? I can tell you. She's afraid. Wouldn't you be? You'd think she would get used to it by now after so many years. But the darkness, it just builds onto itself, growing stronger, towering over her. You might try and ignore it, turn away. But it's always there, just out of sight, where you're most vulnerable. It's like it knows that just enough light is all you need to see its suffocating power.
They can feel you.
You might think she's brave to go on this journey on her own. But it isn't bravery that drives her. Bravery only means something to those afraid of death. Senua's fear runs far, far deeper.
Quem estiver assistindo a live, recomendo assistir de fone de ouvido. Que esse jogo tem uma
I know
áudio
what she's
3D.
thinking.
Com fone de ouvido vocês vão ficar mais intensificado com as vozes,
It's
tudo.
not too late to get into the boat and go back. No one will judge her. No one will ever know. Oh, she heard us. There's no going back.
You can't do it.
Senua pushes away a world that conspired to cause so much suffering. There's nothing to go back to, and worse to look forward to. Why don't you join us? Maybe you too have a part to play in this story.
Use your eyes. Use your eyes. Come closer. She can't focus. Why can't she focus? Take a closer look.
Do not forget my stories, Senua. Because your darkness comes from hell, and your fate lies there. They say the burning of a corpse will take you straight to Hela's gate. But gods and the living will follow this path. You must leave the Isles of Orkney across the eastern sea and find a road that leads north and down.
The darkness is coming. It yearns for life, hungers for it. Like a pack of wolves on a hunt. was right. What was it he said? The river of knives across which lies the halls of hell. The place they call Helheim.
He's lost. He's lost.
Where are you? I hear you. He's there, you know it. There's no doubt about it. The source of the darkness is in Helheim. And the goddess Hela holds his soul there. Her dear beloved, Dillian.
What is she doing? Why is she doing this?
Why doesn't she turn back?
She's doing this for him. She wants to rescue him.
He's already dead.
He's dead.
But his soul is in Helheim.
His soul still lives. She needs to save his soul.
She wants his soul to be at peace.
She needs to lay him to rest.
He's already dead. She can save him.
There's nothing she can do. She thinks she's going to save him. She's not going to.
Do you know where you
The
are?
bridge to Helheim. I forget its name. She forgets too. But she does remember that only the dead may cross it. That part wasn't so easy to forget. The old fool said there was a hidden path up to it. Let's see, shall we?
Mano, o gráfico desse jogo é muito top. O estilo dele também, tá? Sem comentários. Olha isso.
The Northmen speak of 9 worlds. The world of men they call Midgard. Sky gods dwell in Asgard. The gods of earth, harvest, wind, and sea dwell in Vanaheim. The good elves dwell in Alfheim. The evil ones dwell in Svartalfheim. The mountain giants dwell in Jotunheim. The fire giants dwell in Muspelheim. Niflheim is the world of ice and darkness. Only the dead dwell in Helheim, and that is where you must travel.
Go with you. Don't stop. You can't. You're in danger. Are you scared?
You should be scared.
Get down.
What's she waiting for?
Down. You've got to go.
Why did she do that? She shouldn't have done it. She can't go back now.
No, this is it. The hidden path.
He's going to hurt you.
It's dangerous.
Don't kill me. I'm not one of them.
Don't listen.
I was just hiding. I find I live longer that way. Don't listen. I'll never let the bastards catch me.
me again. Never! Wait. Who are you?
It's just a memory.
Ruth? Is that you?
For my tales of the Northmen, they call me Druth. A liar.
He's lost.
An old fool. Truth is my truth.
It's good to see you again. You kept your vow.
Guide you in this life and the next. I will tell you my stories of hell, if I may walk with you.
Tell me your stories again, old friend. I'm listening.
The runes seal the gates to hell. Focus your inner eye, and you too will see what's hidden in plain sight.
Focus.
I can see one.
Hold it in your mind's eye. Find one like it to open the gate.
She needs to look closer. It's the secret.
Focus. Look towards the gate, and the gate will open.
The gate is open. Go through the gate.
Go through it.
It's dangerous.
Follow it.
What's behind the gate?
Where will it take you?
It's not safe. The gate is open. Go through the gate.
Go through it.
It's dangerous.
Follow it.
What's behind the
It worked. Take you. It's not safe.
I spent 6 years enslaved in hell, but I watched the Northmen, learnt their ways.
I know you did.
You listened when everyone else laughed. My people paid a heavy price. Carry my stories with you, and together we will make the Northmen feel our fury.
Another voice joins us. She once tried to make them go away. Pretend they weren't real. But what good is that? When we are always here.
A trilha sonora desse jogo é muito
I
top.
guess it's the same with heights.
Pegada nórdica da LED.
You can stand on
Nossa,
the
sem
edge,
comentários.
pretend it's going to be okay. But you know that death is near, waiting for you to make that little slip. You can't just wish things away.
The world of the dead is ruled by the giantess, Hela, daughter of Loki. The gods feared her bloodline, bad on her mother's side and yet much worse on her father's. So, as a child, the All-Father cast her down into Helheim and gave her power over those who die of sickness, age, hardship, and self-slaughter. In all of the 9 worlds, only Hela can resurrect the dead. To Hela, your Dillion was sacrificed, and with her you must bargain.
Stay back. Look at it. You have to open it.
The gate to Helheim divides the living from the dead. Is that the face of Hela herself? The half-rotten goddess that rules over Helheim. Whatever horrors lie behind that door, she must find him. Shh. Someone's here.
Hela, pra quem não sabe, ela é a deusa da morte no mundo nórdico. Helheim é o mundo dos mortos, onde ela controla. E a gente está indo encontrar o... se não me engano, o namorado dela, tudo, que ele morreu. Vou ter um último reencontro com ele.
I'll give you what you want. I won't resist anymore. Just give him back.
Eu tô esquecendo como se defendia. A vision of what's to come. Poor Senua. The darkness does not bargain. It does not reason. It is rot. And now it has taken hold. It will spread towards her head, the seat of the soul, until there is nothing left of her. All of her suffering will have been for nothing. It's just a matter of time. Então toda vez que eu morrer, essa mancha negra no braço dela avançará um pouco mais. Até que a hora que chegar na cabeça, como o jogo falou, Já era, perco tudo e tenho que recomeçar. Então, o objetivo é não morrer nesse jogo. Morrer o mínimo possível.
With every defeat, the dark rot will grow and soon it will take her soul. But for now, at least, she still has control of her mind. And she will fulfill her vow, whatever the cost.
Listen to me, Senua. The goddess Hela lies behind the gate to Helheim. To open the gate, you must first face the gods that guard it. The god of fire, Surt, and the god of illusion, Valravan. Spill their blood to open the gate to Helheim and enter the land of the dead.
To Dillian.
To his soul. It won't open.
How will she get through?
Why won't it open?
Why can't she? She needs to challenge the gods.
She has to fight two gods.
Vamos primeiro no Deus do
first.
Fogo.
Two gates.
Valravan, ancestor of the seers and master of ravens. He hunts his prey with his powers of illusion and feasts on their remains.
Ah, então é isso mesmo.
Follow the path to Valravan and defeat him in battle to earn his mark. The gate to Helheim cannot be opened without it.
Bora lá. É o ser Deus da ilusão. Cá tem alguma coisa.
Ymir was a frost giant, a being of darkness, and all his sons and grandsons were dark after him. Of his daughters and granddaughters, some were monstrous, but others fair. But there was another who came from the ice, Uri in shape. Illusion hides the path to Valravan. Don't trust your eyes. Find another way to see the truth.
It's a door. No. No, it's not. Push it. Push it. Push it. She did it. She did it. She did it.
Look, something's different.
It's funny. We all want to see behind the veil, don't we? But once we do, we mostly just close our eyes again and pretend what we saw was never really there. Anyone never could close her eyes, however hard she tried. Begged. This is the price she pays for seeing things differently. Because once you gaze into the relentless darkness, all that lurks within it can see you too.
Take him down! Take him down! Get him down!
Pra matar esses bichos é muito fácil, só tem que defender na hora certa. Na hora que a espada ricocheteia. Já deu uns golpes ali. Tem que ser certinho pra defender. Aí, só dá esses 2 golpes. Defender de novo certinho, 2 golpes e matar. Já era.
The Northmen will not stop her. She will find what she's looking for.
Valravan's power of illusion comes from ravens. Align the ravens to break his magic seal.
Show me what you have seen, Truth.
Look how much it's changed. It's all different. Something's shifted. Something's happened. Something's shifted. Can you feel it?
Do you feel it too? It's like crossing into another world that looks the same but feels different. An imposter world where the forest itself is watching.
Another gate.
Another gate. You know what to do. Stay back. You have to move. It's not safe. Don't listen to them. Listen.
To break the seal, align the ravens with the mark of Valravan.
What does it mean? Which ravens? Can't you see those things? Try to find it.
Line up the ravens.
Shh. What is it?
I hear something.
If you hear the song of Valravan, follow it, and it will lead you to him. But be aware of his illusions. You can't always trust your eyes.
Valravan, challenge me.
Where is it? It's all your fault. Listen, focus. You need to focus. Focus.
lost. Wouldn't be the first time. Last winter, before the tragedy, she journeyed into the wilds of her native land, living off of berries, roots, and rabbits. It's not uncommon, you see. We call such a person a recomendo. Some, like truth, become guilt in search of penance. Others, like senua, the purge curse. Those who make it back are forever changed.
She can get up now. She can get up now. What's happening? She can get up now. How can she get up? It must be magic. Dark magic. A trick. Raven tricking her. Raven. How can she get up? Bait. It's him. Dark magic draws her closer. It's not him. He's helping her. It's not him. It's a trick. She's doing it on her own. He's not tricking her. It's magic. It's an illusion.
We picture fear, and we think of a shadow in the woods, creature in the night. If only it were that simple. The worst kind comes without warning. A deep and primal signal from within. A reminder that just because you cannot see the threat, it doesn't mean that it's not already here.
Go round. Find your own path. There's a different way.
Nossa, Vivi. Droga.
She finished him! Finish this! End it now! Don't let them get behind you! End it now! This is nearly the end.
The Northmen say that Odin and his brothers killed Ymir, and that the world of men was formed from his corpse. They made his bones into stone, and his flesh into earth, and his blood into the salt sea. They set his skull to be the bowl of the sky, with his brains for clouds. Odin and his brothers caught the sparks flying from Muspel and made them into stars. And to protect the new world from the giants, they used Ymir's great curving eyebrows as walls.
Do you know what it's like to leave everything behind? Your home, loved ones, to head deep into the wilds, perhaps never to return. Senua does. Because when darkness speaks, it changes everything. Turning home into a foreign land and loved ones into strangers. Exile makes sense when you realize that you were never really home in the first place.
The song. Balraven's song. It's over here. It's over here.
Is that? It's over there. No, it's here. There's two.
Listen, focus. Listen.
It's magic. It's magic. This reminds her of something.
The forest.
Where? Which forest? Forest in the wild.
The wilds.
She went to the wilds a long time. Why did she go to the wilds?
She wanted to fight her own darkness. She thought she could beat her own darkness.
Did she beat her darkness?
No. It nearly killed her, but she tried.
Druth helped her.
If it wasn't for Druth, she'd be dead.
She can't beat her own darkness. She wanted to marry Dillian. She tried to beat her own darkness and marry Dillian. But it didn't work.
She thought her curse would affect him.
She thought her curse would spread to him. She thought she'd bring the darkness to him too. She nearly died.
She thought the curse made her tainted.
Druth helped her.
Ah, tá, tá aqui. Tem que passar de novo aqui pra fechar ali e o muro ficar, ó, completo pra gente passar pro outro lado. Mas como já liberei o caminho aqui, acho que eu tenho que ficar sempre indo pra um lado, pro outro, voltando, pra poder concluir ela certinho. Agora eu preciso passar.
The ravens.
The ravens.
They've gone.
They've gone.
No.
Half of them have gone. They've gone.
Some are still there.
But where?
Are Ravens helping?
He's not helping.
It's trick.
Quiet. Out in the wilds, in the cold winter woods,
Where have they gone?
she no longer felt fit for this world. She almost gave in to the darkness. But she remembered Dillian's words. She remembered her promise. She resolved to fight on and kill that which had become a part of her.
Only in sacrifice. The Northmen say you must sacrifice in order to receive. They tell how the runes were revealed to Odin only in sacrifice. He hung himself from the world tree, and he stabbed himself with a spear, and he dedicated the sacrifice to himself. For 9 nights he hung on the tree without food.
Agora eu me perdi. Ah, sim. Ah, tá. Opa. Tá certo, eu tenho que ir pra lá. Apareceu uma madeira pra mim passar pro outro lado. Ah, ali. Esse bagulho de ilusão é... Nossa, complica muito. Já soltar ali é melhor.
The ravens. They were gone. No.
There's still 3. There's 3.
There's 3. Where have they gone? They're gone.
She did it, but what does it mean?
Looking back, I was so naive to think she could banish it on her own. The further she saw into the darkness, the more she struggled to see anything at all. And the gloom, the smallest hints of shape, sound, or thought, grew in strength until they consumed her whole. Before she knew it, the darkness had her in its claws.
Broken. The gate is open. Open. She did it.
There is no such thing as victory when it comes to the darkness. It's like it doesn't want to kill her. Yet, it will gnaw at her, biding its time. Only when she is at her weakest will it strike to kill. Will she find Dillian before her time comes?
overcome Valravan's final illusion to face him in his keep. I know you can do it, Senua. You have the sight.
We both see the darkness. We can fight it together.
Subir ali primeiro. Aqui? Ah, dá. Aí. Vou pular aqui. Não.
Speak to me, Drew. Tell me a story.
Senua, listen. I will tell you the tale of a man called Findan. The Northmen captured Findan's sister, and his father sent him to pay for her release. But they took his gold, put him in chains, and held him for a day and a night without food or water. Then they released him. I don't know why. Upon his return, his father's enemies in Erin set fire to his home. His father burnt to death, and his brother was killed. But he escaped with sorrow in his heart. His father's enemies offered redress for his loss and invited him to a feast. It was at a hall near the sea. But when he went there, they betrayed him to the Northmen, who enslaved him and took him to hell. 6 years later, his slave masters landed on the shores of Orkney, burning all before them. And into that fire, Findan made his escape. What was Findan burnt away that day. But from the flames, a new man stepped forward, and Druth was born. Druth. The man that I am now. And though Findan never set eyes on his dear sister again, I, Druth, have found you, Senua.
I wish you could have seen my home before these dark times.
Calma aí. Ah, tá, entendi o que eu tenho que fazer. Eu já ia fazer merda de novo. Agora sim. Só tinha que liberar o caminho aqui. Subir aqui.
Broken. The gate is open. Open.
This darkness. I know it from the wilds. It's coming back for me. I'm still here. Are you too? Where are we? I remember. It didn't end well in the wilds. It never does. You think you can overcome the darkness, make sense of it, and once relief settles in, it strikes out of nowhere, throwing you helplessly back into the maelstrom, drowning the mind in fear, deeper, deeper, dragging you down so far into the void that maybe this time there is no coming back. But there, in the darkness,
Senua,
she remembered what he told her.
hear me. Reach out to me. Senua, take my iron mirror. Look into it, for it is a window into the underworld. Within, you will see the face of the darkness that you fear. And if you focus, like I have taught you to, you will also see that as much as the darkness has you trapped within its veil, it too is trapped within yours. Focus. Focus! Focus!
I see you! I see you now! You led me to the wilds! You trapped me there!
Agora de pegar o boss. Esse boss ele é chatinho.
It's nearly over. Finish it.
Não sei se eu matei o outro.
He's gone. Yes, remember your training.
Cada vez?
You can do it. You're close. You won. There are too many of you to fight struggles. He can read you. Focus, focus.
era.
You in the wilds, did I? It was an illusion. But not this time!
Primeiro boss já era.
The mark of Valravan, one of the keys to the gate to Helheim. Hold it in your mind's eye.
With every battle, the darkness grows stronger. Every victory, bringing her closer to defeat. Unfair, isn't it? In those dark winter nights in the wilds, there were times when she considered letting go. If it weren't for truth, a chance encounter in the wilds, she would not have heard his stories of the Northmen. And she would not have this chance to find Dillion's soul.
I'm coming. I still hear you.
When she was younger, she would lay in the grass and stare at the clouds. And there she saw them. Elusive, shifting faces. After a while, she could see the faces everywhere. In the trees, the mountains, caves. I wonder, can you see the faces too? They're there, if you look for them.
Mother? Senua, you have the sight. Just like I do. Once you can see into the underworld. The underworld and all the souls within it will see you. Don't be afraid when they speak to you. I will always be here to guide you.
Did you see her? That was her mother, Galina. She was a priestess, a healer. She taught Senua to see the weave that binds the world together. And it was beautiful.
Foda é isso, se eu
It was a
morrer,
time before the darkness.
a marca preta no
But when it did come,
braço dela sobe.
it first came for her mother.
E se eu ganhar,
Senua
a marca
still
preta
sees her
sobe
face
também.
from time to time, hidden
Eu
in
tô
the
no
wall,
jogo. Ah, que ferro!
like she's still watching over.
Porque se você morrer muito e você ganhar uma partida, talvez você pode até acabar se ferrando.
Misses
Então,
her so much.
o esquema é não morrer nesse jogo mesmo. Não posso morrer nem ferrando. Agora vamos pro outro de fogo. O ilusório, agora a gente tem que pegar o de fogo. daqui é chato, eles são fortes. Tem que tomar cuidado. Beleza. Ah, quando é mais forte não pode defender. É perigoso.
Remember the world.
Nossa, tem esse escudo também agora. Chato demais.
Finish this. End it now. Hurt, there's blood.
Escudo sem ficar desviando quando ele ataca e dá um golpe. Desviar dá um golpe.
There's another challenge.
Só assim pra conseguir fazer alguma coisa com ele. Agora vamos pro próximo.
Sort, the fire giant has answered. He comes from a land older than mankind, and the Northmen call upon his flaming sword to raise their enemies to the ground. Find him, senua, and spill his blood.
She found the wretched old fool on her way back from the wilds. An outcast. Was badly burnt all over. She took pity on him,
Mais um rosto aqui.
for he was not long for this world.
Nem dela.
He spoke of his own darkness.
Different
The
horizons.
Northmen.
Some of us further than others. Your father cannot see what you see, but there is nothing wrong with seeing the world the way you do.
Don't give up. Don't give up. Behind you. Finished. He's a better fighter.
Nossa, não tem outro chegando. Nossa, tomou também.
Do it.
Putz, caí.
She's
Aí,
injured.
meu filho.
She's not gonna make it.
Vamos ativar.
They're overwhelming her. They're surrounding her. She's going to lose. Behind you! You won. He's defeated.
Aí. Nossa, mano, dois inimigos não é fácil não. Ainda mais quando você não enxerga eles.
I can still smell it.
Duas letras agora.
The sweet, sickly stench of burning human flesh. And I still hear their cries carried in the wind. Do you
hear them too, senuas?
Yes, I heard their screams, and I still hear them now.
Focus.
E eu tenho que ver por outro ângulo. Se não me engano é ali. HN, sei lá o que é isso. Por aqui. Solta o cegueta. Aqui. O pessoal que estiver assistindo, me avisa aí no chat. Tem alguns jogos específicos que vocês querem que traz no Xbox também, às vezes eu já tenho. Mais tarde, acho que eu vou fazer os 2 boss. Talvez ir cruzar a ponte. Então um dos mortos, aí depois eu volto pro Play, ó. Play até inocência lá. Que eu fiz ontem, ou um Fortnite, um Epic. Vamos ver. Tempo. Eles devem fazer os 3 hoje. Não presta. 1h30 só de gameplay até agora. De live. Tem umas 10, creio. Se eu estiver assistindo, mandar um follow da live pra ajudar.
She's so weak, they can see her weak. Get out of the way! Watch out!
Não dá pra derrotar esse escudo ali, né? Tem mais um atrás de mim. Tem 2. Levanta.
Come this far, she needs to keep going. It's nearly over. Finish it.
Nossa, mano, não dá pra desviar.
Get out! She can still do
Desvia.
it. He's gone! Yes,
Quem foi?
of Surt, know that only a sacrifice will stoke the fires of Muspel and let the dead walk through.
Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
Sacrifício de fogo.
Hell will not give you the answers you want. But you mustn't look away from the horrors it does offer. Because you cannot overcome suffering if you refuse to look at it.
What's happened? Where's the fire gone? Where's it gone? The fire's disappeared. The pyre. Surt is through there. He's waiting. You can't get through. How will she get through?
She'll need to find another way.
Está fechado.
Surt. Find your own path.
There's always another way.
There's always a way.
Find your own way.
You just have to find it.
He's waiting for you. It was never going to be that easy.
He's waiting. Surt is waiting. She can't get through. Find him.
The pyre.
The Northmen tell this story. Before the Earth was created, there was a world called Muspel. Because it was in the south, it was bright and hot, flaming, burning. Sparks that flew out from Muspel became the stars. Other sparks melted.
Another fire sacrifice.
Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
Não, lá em cima tá fechado, esse ser por aqui. Lá em cima vai ser pra outro tipo
She'll never find it. She'll never make her way back.
She needs to remember the way back.
What happens when she finds it?
Everything will burn.
Concentrate on where you're going. She needs to remember the path.
Everything will burn, then how will she find the way back?
She won't. She won't be able to tell.
The Northmen say that the defender of Muspel is called Surt, the foremost of the fire giants. His name means the Black One, because he is like something burnt. The Northmen believe that he sits.
Nossa, tá mal chuva agora. Se estiver escutando uns barulhos estranhos, é chuva. Chuvão, tudo.
The Northmen made fire sacrifices,
Cai no mundo.
burning
aqui.
slaves like me to reveal the path to Surt. I searched for meaning in their suffering, in their eyes. But they just screamed like helpless pigs. Do your gods answer your prayers, Senua? I asked the gods for mercy, all of them, even theirs. None answered. In the end, I set myself free. Defy the gods, Senua!
Find your own path, like I find mine.
My gods abandoned me. I am alone.
Find the fire, Senua, to follow the path to Surt.
E tem uma porta ali. Acho que eu tenho que desbloquear a porta primeiro. Sacrifício de fogo tá ali. Aí complicou.
The Northmen of Hell worship the Devourers, insatiable gods of darkness. I come from Erin, Senua, where I once followed my own gods, the Tuatha
Why did you abandon your gods?
Senua, I was a man of knowledge, not a warrior. To survive, I did things. Bad things.
Like you, Senua. The man I once was has died. And when that happens, even gods you worship can die with you.
Esse daqui. Aí.
Run now, please run now, run now, run, turn around.
Entrou no portão mesmo? Ah.
You say your world has collapsed. Good. Let it collapse, and have the courage to shed your tears. Raise your world to the prime!
My world is dead.
Only then, as with a newborn, will you see the world anew.
No, I see nothing now.
Find the fire, senua, to follow the path to Surt.
Nossa, agora são
Tell me
três.
truth. How did you escape your darkness?
Senua, once I found my purpose, I was no longer enslaved to the suffering I had to endure to reach it.
Nessa torre eu devo achar um.
I could see it clearly in others. Even my captors feared the fire of Surt. And so, during one raid, I took my chance and ran, knowing that they would not follow. A fool ran into the fire. They left me for dead. Maybe they were right to. But here I am. Free.
I'm glad I found you in the wilds. I wouldn't have made it without you.
Onde tá? Nossa, não tô localizando esse não. Ele tá aqui perto, né? Nada. Vou deixar isso por último, mas esse daqui tá difícil. Ih, formou. Nossa, o jogo... Aí. Nossa, eu tava lá em cima procurando. Opa, esse aqui tá aqui. Ah, mas é o contrário. Vou abrir aqui primeiro. Tem que olhar aqui desse lado que eu acho. Né? Correto. Agora o outro. Não ideia. Eita. Vim pra cá. Onde que eu vim? Na verdade eu vim daqui, né? Mas tá certo, eu vim daqui. Isso, acabando. Tem um negócio aqui.
The Northmen say that at Ragnarok, the sons of Muspel will travel to battle in the ship called Naglfar, the corpse ship. And when the sons of Muspel leave the ship and ride to battle, it will be as though the sky had split open, and Surt will lead them. Wherever he goes, flame.
Nossa, consegui achar. Uma tretinha isso. Isso aí tava bem difícil, não tava fácil não.
Senua, if I can survive the fire of Surt and escape my darkness, then so.
Eu acho que eu já tô chegando. Não complica muito o puzzle.
Through the fire! Keep running! Go on! Nothing will stop me! Run, Senua! Run, run, run!
Da ilusão que eu tenho que ficar fazendo
Don't. She's dying. It's him.
Nossa, ela tá queimando toda. É, acho que vai vir um boss. Olha o ele. Não, é o boss. Tá certo, é o boss.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. This darkness takes everything. Everyone.
Senua, are you sure you want to do this? We can fight this together, side by side. We always do.
This is my battle. I have to face it alone, away from you.
Where will you go?
I don't know.
For how long?
I don't know.
I believe in you. You know that. Just promise me that you will come back to me. I want you to say it. I want you to say it.
I will come back to you. I promise.
Come on.
Spill the blood of Sir, take his mark, and I will choose you from and forever be in your debt.
Eu acho que esse vai ser um pouco
You
mais complicado.
destroyed everything, everyone, but not me. Fight me now.
Nossa, a musiquinha. Você vai ser um salto. Nossa, foi fácil. Muito fácil. A música ficou muito louca. E a noite foi nossa, mano. O top. E o portão tá liberado, mano.
For every battle won, a greater battle takes its place. And so it goes. Until we fall. And in the end, we all fall. Even the gods have their time. Yet we still go on. Why?
I made a promise, and I will go to hell to keep it.
I die free, knowing you will carry my stories with you. I have fulfilled my quest.
Yes, you have.
When the darkness comes, I vow to guide you in this life and the next to fulfill yours.
Then I will see you in hell.
Be ready to face horror in the eye, as I have, to find your answers, your quest, your truth.
truth was a troubled man, a scholar turned slave. They tortured him, took him with them on their raids, drove him to madness, spreading this new form of darkness to new worlds, to my world.
Pra cá. Não, não é pra cá não. Não. Pra cá. Eu tô meio perdido de onde eu vim.
The Northmen believe that the world will be destroyed someday. They call it Ragnarok, the destiny of the gods. Asgard will be attacked by Surt and the fire giants. A monstrous wolf will swallow the sun, and the gods will fight in vain against their enemies. There is nothing they can do to prevent it, but Odin ever seeks knowledge and magic.
Não, tô certo agora, tô certo. Não, quero ver o segundo jogo, mano. Esse ano. É, acho que no final desse ano o Hellblade 2 lança já. Vai ser top, que isso daqui já é muito louco. Vou lançar esse é o primeiro lançamento do novo Xbox, se não me engano. E já tem um gráfico desse, mas com esses novos consoles, resolução muito melhor. Nossa, vai ficar muito top.
Have you ever died before? It's a serious question. When the illusion of self is shattered, you simply cease to be. Though it may not seem that way to others, you know when it is true. You can feel it. A stranger in your own body. An imposter. And nothing is the same ever again. Senua has died before, and she will do so again. You can be sure of that.
Até agora não morremos uma vez. Teve
With the
um
mark
negócio
of
de explicação
Valravn
da...
and the mark of Surt, you may cross the bridge over the River of Knives to Helheim.
Finalmente, vamos abrir o portão.
No, don't. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. Don't open the gate. Don't. She's done it. It's so dark. It's dark. The darkness. Only the dead may cross. Only the dead may cross into hell.
There is no one here but me.
Not you.
Did you think that I would let you go? That you lost me back in the wilds? I will never let you go. You can't get rid of me. I am your shadow. And I will be watching when you draw your last dying gasp.
I'm not ready to die.
You will be when you see what they did to your dear beloved.
Nossa, do jeito que tá ali, já até imagino o que é.
Nightmare.
Nossa, logo uma águia de sangue.
Dreams come true.
Ah,
You searched for control.
Ritual dos vikings.
A way to pull
Nórdicos em
through.
geral.
When you were in love.
Era a punição mais severa deles.
To smother your furies and banish your fears. But in darkness they came. Through stormy black seas they needed these shores.
É muito pesado falar ainda, mas no
Do
Twitch.
you still hear his screams?
Quem for assistir depois, dá uma pesquisada sobre a águia de sangue, fica curioso como era funcionar. Mas quem já assistiu a série Vikings já sabe como que é também. Já apareceu.
They've taken his soul. To these gods you cannot pray. They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through his darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart. You fought for love unspoilt. By your darkness within.
Águia de sangue mesmo.
You fought for your dreams. Now there's no way to win. In the head of his corpse lies the seat of his soul. So you must carry his vessel to bring him back home.
You did this! No! This is your fault!
They can break you, but not your promise. Even death won't keep you apart. Through this darkness you will find him. In your sword still beats a heart. The darkness touched you. Everyone could see it in the hollows of your eyes. A gaze averted from life. You ran from it but brought it nearer. Led it to him. An endless suffering worse than death. And you wanted to surrender. Abandon and to find peace with the gods. No. The darkness won't allow it. So you will walk into the lair of the beast. Look it in the eye, and you will go to war. This is your mission. This is your quest. There is nothing else left.
Vamos cruzar a ponte para Hell. Olha essa música que da hora. Vai aparecer algum inimigo no meio do caminho. Que isso, né? Olha. Meio de boa. Olha.
warrior for a reason. It's your calling.
End it now. It's nearly the end.
Why suffer the past when there is a new road ahead? The only one that makes any sense.
Não foi. Delay.
You can do this. Finish this.
Isso aqui é muito chato, né? Finalmente vamos chegar no portão.
Every gate you open into darkness brings another change.
Good.
Get up, quick! Get up! She's hurt. She won't make it. She's injured. She can still do it. It's nearly over. Finish it. You finished it.
Ah, tá.
Behind you.
Ah,
Get
mano.
up, quick. It's not over. It's not over. Take him down. It's not over. Right, behind you. Get up. Get up.
Nossa, posso ficar caindo assim não.
She's hurt. She's injured. He's gone.
Tudo.
Get out. Do it. You're close. Finish him.
Figura por
The
aqui.
journey to Helheim is never a straight.
However you come to the gold-covered bridge that leads to Hell, you may find it guarded by a giantess. She will ask your name. She will ask your lineage. She will ask your business. The Northmen tell of the warrior woman Brynhild, who leapt into fire and rode to Hell to join her slain love Sigurd, and is challenged by the giantess.
Ah, ali é a ponte dos mortos. Acho que o X eu faço lá embaixo, né, irmão? Que tem aqui?
Hela possesses large dwelling places in Helheim. Tall are her walls, high are her gates. The name of her dish is hunger. Her knife is famine. On her threshold all will stumble. Her bed is called sick bed, and her bed hangings are called flames of a funeral pyre. They say she is easy to recognize, half black and half the color of flesh, and her face menacing and grim.
Finalmente vamos chegar lá.
The gate is opening.
Who is it? It's coming.
That song again.
Is it? Is it? Is it?
It's Hela.
Yes, the source of the darkness. It's coming. This is your moment.
I'm sorry.
Ah, chega.
What are you doing? You're showing weakness. You're not a warrior. You're a disgrace. The gods will punish you for this. Pick up the sword. Pick it up. Fight the darkness. Fight it.
She's scared. She's scared.
Get up. Get up. Get up and fight.
stormy seas and lost souls. She's dreamt of this before. They say dreams are visions of our memories, thoughts and fears, as seen by our inner eye. But what if each one of us is always dreaming, even when awake, and we only see what our inner eye creates for us? Is this what hell is? A world shaped by senuas nightmares. Maybe that's why people feared seeing the world through her eyes. Because if you believe that senua's reality is twisted, you must accept that yours might be too.
You failed the gods. You're pathetic. Rotten. Cursed. What were you thinking? Did you really think you could win? How stupid can you be?
So stupid.
Everyone hates her. She's cursed.
The shadow hates.
Look at you. A warrior. Worthless. Weak. Pathetic. Go on. Feel sorry for yourself, because there is no one left to do that for you.
Everywhere. You failed. What's that?
Take it. If you're too much of a coward to fight, then end the suffering. Broken and lost. Just like your sword.
Come on. Dare.
Why go on when you give everything and face that which torments you, only to find that it is worse than you could have imagined? Why go on? Is it really so weak to ask this? Or are we just so afraid of the honest answer that we do not dare pose the question? Sometimes the answer lies in a memory, a feeling, a song.
It's not real. It's a trick. It's not real. It's real. Listen to it.
Don't give up.
Did it? It's
Not like this.
It's not real. It's real. It's a trick. Don't trust it. Maybe you're already dead.
Who are you?
Do you still believe in yourself?
No, it's not. It's a trick. She knows this. It's a trick. He's already dead. He can't be here. It's impossible.
Tilly.
Come to me. Please.
The light. Go towards the light. It's him. There he is. It can't be him. It's just a trick. It's in your mind. No, he's here. It's in your mind. It's real. It's happening. Go towards it. There it is. You're imagining things. It's Dillian. He's gone. You were too slow. How could you? Keep going. How could you? Keep going. Ignore the pain. I told you it was to trick you. I told you. Where are you going? See, there's nothing to follow. Come on.
Before she first met him, she was not in a good place. Just a teenager, but not like the others. Barely functioning, she rarely left the house. Her father Zinbal made sure of that. Only occasionally did she venture out on her own, collecting firewood and herbs. Errands out in the Orkney Plains. That was her world. Like this one. Barren and lonely.
It's already disappeared.
Nothing lives here, not even you. It's in your mind. You think you can see it, but it's in your mind. There he was. The lone figure of a boy. Swordplay under the shade of a tree. She remembers the first time she saw him. To her young eyes, he moved as if dancing, and the world danced with him. The gloom lifted, and for the first time in years she felt a ray of hope. Day after day, watching from afar, she mimicked him, perfecting her own secret dance, wishing those fleeting moments of light would stretch out to last forever.
No, it's a trick. It's an illusion. It's not real. Different.
You want to believe it's real when it's a trick.
You're deluded.
Where are you going?
Where is she going?
What is she following?
You can't even fight. It's just deception.
How does he so effortlessly court the world and bliss? If only she could do the same. See the world through eyes anew and dance with it, just like he does.
What's your name?
Senua.
I haven't seen you before.
I don't leave home much.
Oh, Zeno's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait. Who taught you to fight like that?
No one.
No one?
Well, I watched you, and
You learnt all of that from watching me? You should become a warrior, you know.
me?
I'm Dillian. I'm here for the warrior trials. Just come and watch. And bring your sword.
You can't put it into words. That moment when you look into the eyes of the one who is supposed to reassure you, make you feel safe. It only takes an instant. Fear swallows you before you have a chance to make sense of it. And darkness becomes a part of who you are.
You killed him.
But her world changed the day the Northmen took him from her. Senua knows that there's no going back to how things were. That there's nothing to go back to at all.
Stay still, stay quiet, hide, don't tell her.
Their gods can see into your mind. They will use this power to destroy you.
They won't stop me. I can still feel him.
Whatever's left of him, they will never let him go.
I'm not gonna let him rot here.
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone.
You will die here.
No.
And all your suffering will have been for nothing.
Shut up! Dillion? Is that you? I'll find you, my love. I promise.
Can you see him?
You want to believe it.
Is he
It's
there?
not real.
Is he there?
You're alone in these mountains.
Is that Dillion?
Nothing lives here. You won't survive. You met him by the tree. She met him by the tree. Maybe it's a sign, the tree.
What's he trying to tell you?
He's waiting for you by the tree.
Take it. Sword.
A sword.
Take it.
Dillion left it for you.
Take it.
Take it.
Take it. It's a trick. It's a trick. It's ending.
It's coming from there.
Where's it coming from? She started something.
What's happening?
Senua, imagine a sword that can slay gods. Its name is Gramr. It was forged by the god of all Northmen, Odin, and gifted to Sigmund, a great warrior.
I need this sword. It's important. Can you help me?
The sword appears whole, but it is an illusion. It shattered into shards long ago. It is said a great warrior can reforge Gramr by answering the trials of Odin, one for each shard. The roots of the Tree of Death will take you to new lands where you will face the trials.
Go to the shards. Go to the shard.
Go to the shards.
What's the shard? Find it.
It's the metal runestones.
Já estamos 2 horas e 16 de
The
live.
runes.
É pra 2 horas e 17. Eu vou encerrar
Go to the shard.
agora essa live.
Shards.
Talvez eu vou dar uma saída agora e talvez eu não vou conseguir ficar até tarde hoje, que eu esqueci disso. Mas amanhã. Mas talvez eu volte hoje ou não com a live. Eu abro de novo, aí eu faço algum jogo online, Apex, Fortnite, algo assim. Então, Senua's Sacrifice Hellblade vai ficar por aqui. Eu também. Quem curtiu, mano, não esqueçam de compartilhar, seguir aí para ter a notificação quando eu abrir a live de novo, tudo. E amanhã, de novo, amanhã tento mais cedo, abrir 1 hora por aí. E vamos a tarde toda até a noite, se deixar. Com vários jogos. Amanhã eu pego Plague a Tale Innocence de novo. A gente faz já mais esse. O Hellblade também. Vamos revezando nos jogos. Vou fazer esses dois por enquanto, assim, de história. E pegando Apex e Fortnite de zoeirinha. Aquele Vigor também, não sei se vocês conhecem. Eu trago pra vocês conhecer também. Então, pelo jogo vamos ficar por aqui. Oxe, tava no fácil. Normal que eu tenho que deixar. Dificuldade de combate tinha que colocar normal. Mas já mudei. Tá. Então é isso.